What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day. If you're new to this channel, if you guys do not know, I am very transparent. I try to be the most transparent person on YouTube. And, every single day you can come onto this channel and see how much we are up, how much we are down day to day. And over the course of the year so far, which has been 9 days, we are up about 15 units, okay? Which is great, right? Because that is more than a unit a day that we are going up. My goal for this year is to go up 400 units. So we're going to have to kind of keep that pace, so to speak, of going up more than a unit a day every single day so far in 2026. As I always say, maybe some days we go up 15 units, maybe some days we go down a couple of units, and it's not every day we're going to go up a unit, but over the course of a year, if we can hit that 400 unit mark, then that would be very, very nice. But again, guys, you will see we're up about 15 units. I showed this graph a couple of days ago, and we are up about more than 20 units. Over the course of the week, we have gone down a little bit, but that is to be expected because we do have a lot of setups, all right? So what I mean by setups is going into tonight, going into Saturday, going into Sunday NFL football, we have setups for these different players, all right? So, for example, we have Drake May and Kayshon Boutte to go over. We have Jawan Jennings and Brock Purdy to go over. And these are kind of setups that I'm talking about right here, right? We set this up with either a football play, maybe the taco. We actually set this one up right here last night with Trinidad and with Stripling. I took their overs together and they went over together. And this is also part of our correlated betting strategy, okay? So again, I took the Ole Miss guys over together and they hit over together because it was a high scoring game. It was kind of a shootout, and you guys will see that they did go over together. Also, Carson Beck, CJ Daniels, I took their over in the second half. They hit together. Unfortunately, this Dota play did not hit this morning, but it is what it is. Sometimes you're going to hit it, sometimes you're not. And then we actually have all of these different setups. As you'll see, we actually already have a setup for the Oregon-Indiana game on both sides of the coin, all right? So we have a setup for Indiana and we have a setup for Oregon, all right? So no matter how this game goes, we should have something that is going to cover the bases of us there. I will say, here's the two plays of the day. I believe the past 2 days on our YouTube. And you'll see here, it doesn't look great, obviously, and you guys know I'm very transparent. I try to be transparent. Here I am, showing losses right here. But you will see, with college football, for example, I took the unders together, and the overs actually went way over together, right? Marion right here had, I think, a 53, if not like maybe 43-yard touchdown catch. So again, that's going to be 43 yards for him. He's going to go over just on one play alone. And then Carson Beck is going to go over because he was in a shootout, and also he threw a very long pass to him, okay? So he's going to go over together. I also took the unders the other day on college football for this Ole Miss team, and they did not have a very good first half at all, all right? Trinidad only threw 71 yards, and Stripling literally got 0 catches for 0 yards in that first half. Now, if you look at the entire game, Stripling actually had 77 yards. So all of those yards came in the second half because Ole Miss was losing, right? And, we can actually look at the game here. So again, Carson Beck goes over. A lot of his receivers go over, right? Marion, Tony over. And really what I want to show you guys is Ole Miss, right? So Trinidad goes over at 277. And literally pretty much every single player on this team, they have 5 really good receivers. It's Stripling, Lee, Wright, Wallace, and Deuce Alexander. The only person that went under and underperformed this game was Deuce Alexander. The reason why everyone overperformed and went over their line here, got 3 to 5 catches in this game, is because Trinidad had a lot of yards and he was throwing the ball quite a lot. So that is exactly what we're talking about when I talk about correlation. Is it going to hit every single game? Am I going to make the right call every single game? Of course not. That would be absolutely impossible. I would have to be like from the future or something. But I do know that correlation is going to work long term. Whether that's in the NFL, whether that's in college football, whether that is, this is actually an FCS game, all right? So this was Montana State versus, I believe, Illinois State. I actually kind of forgot who this team was, but I took their unders together. And again, it doesn't matter what level of football you are on, guys. When you take the unders will likely hit, or when you take a quarterback receiver under together, they're likely to either go under together or over together. This was the play on Onyx, if I can move some of this stuff here. And we did go ahead and hit this, all right? I only had one play yesterday on Onyx. If you watched yesterday's video, you should have got it in, because it was the play of the day on Onyx odds right here, and it was Mavs Jazz to go under. Play hit pretty easily, to be honest. It was at 230 and the line was 240.5. So really the only way this would have went over if the game did go into overtime. Luckily it did not. So we took the under and it went ahead and hit on Onyx odds, guys. Over a longer period of time, as I'll always say, guys, this was 2024. All right. So this was 2 years ago now, which is crazy to say. Time's flying, but 600 units we went up in 2024. And then we went up another, I would say 250 units in 2025. All right. So like I said, My goal this year is to go for 400 units, which would be right in between both of these years, right? 2024, we went up about 600 units, and then 2025, we went up 250 units. So we can definitely hit between 450 units on the year, guys. And again, this is a long period of time. As I mentioned earlier in the video, guys, there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. You'll see a lot of times, even with a 600 unit year, you're going to have a lot of dips in performance some days, and you're going to have a lot of massive, amazing days, of course, too, right? So that's what I'm talking about, guys. You got to look at things over a long period of time, over an average, okay? One more thing before I get into the picks, guys. You guys absolutely love the jersey, which is always great to see. Nico Collins signed jersey giveaway, guys. All you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe. I realized that I was actually blocking the instructions yesterday, but yeah, this is literally all you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe every single day to enter. It is as simple as that. Go down, smash the like button, comment, subscribe, comment who you think is going to win the Super Bowl or the college football playoffs, or even the game tonight between Oregon and Indiana, okay, guys? So yeah, go ahead and do that. And every single day that you go ahead and like and comment in January, I will get you one additional raffle ticket into this jersey giveaway, okay? So last month, we gave an Odell Beckham jersey, signed jersey giveaway. This month, we're doing a Nico Collins jersey. Obviously, in the playoffs, like I said, he's very underrated, I feel like, this year. He had a strong season. It was kind of underrated, I feel like. So go ahead and do that. And yeah, just a way for me to give back. If you guys could get this video to 50 likes, I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the plays for the day. So first pick of the day is going to be on Onyx Odds. We're going to take Indiana -3.5. All right, I gotta trust my boy Fernando Mendoza. Oregon looked like they struggled in the game that they played versus Tech. Even though they shut down Tech like crazy on offense, Tech I think was really shooting themselves in the foot. And Oregon did come back, and I think the score was like, it looked worse than what Oregon played at. I think Oregon made a lot of mistakes. They had some turnovers. They had some fourth downs they didn't get through. They did play solid defense, but their offense looked really bad. And I do think Indiana with Mendoza, with the strong offense they have, and just like Indiana is a very pro-style team, if that kind of makes sense. I'm not saying that they're going to like go beat, the worst team in the NFL, but they have a very pro-style team where they really, really do not make many mistakes. And they are just kind of inevitable, right? They're that inevitable team this year, and I think they should be able to take this game for more than 4 points. All right, guys. So this is going to be the play of the day on Onyx Odds. Again, if you do not have Onyx Odds, you can get a free $100 in picks on Onyx Odds. Okay, guys. Every single state that you see here in the purple, as long as you are currently in this state, in one of these purple states watching this video, you can sign up for Onyx Odds. Onyx will be available to you. You can get that $100 in free picks, and again, it's free money, and you can also start cashing with us on Onyx quite a lot. All right, guys. So I do want to also just show you guys, like, on Onyx is my account. I can refresh it. They have a web app and they have an app on the App Store. Hopefully this loads, but yeah, you guys will see that we've been doing really, really great on Onyx Odds, right? Like, we have a win here, we have a win here. Bulls money line, which was a play, but this was very plus money. Win, win, win. Pretty much a lot of wins across the board, right? Just a lot of wins on Onyx Odds, guys. We've been doing very, very well on it, right? And again, I have nothing to hide. Everything is very transparent. You guys will always see how we are doing on these different apps throughout the days, right? So let's go ahead and get into the second pick of the day. So first pick was obviously Indiana money line. Second pick of the day, we have another chalkboard promo, okay, guys? So another one where Tyrese Maxey in this case needs to get 1 point, okay? So the past 3 days on chalkboard, we had a Luka discount. He needed to get 1 point. That hit, and we actually cashed the play. And then we had Jaylen Brown. Unfortunately, we didn't cash the play, but Jaylen Brown obviously got 1 point. Yesterday, Kaiwan Lacey needed 1 yard. He got that within like the first minute of the game. Unfortunately, we didn't cash the play again, okay? So 3 days ago, we hit Luka, and then we missed, okay? But as I talked about, you have to understand the math behind these things, okay? This is a 3.24x your money right here, okay? So it's actually higher than a 3x, and we pretty much are already going to hit the Tyrese Maxey discount, okay? Tyrese Maxey, he's going to get 1 point. I talked about this yesterday, guys. Even if he somehow randomly gets injured, of course, I never hope anyone gets injured, right? But if he somehow randomly gets injured, they probably will even void this. But he's going to get 1 point, right? So this is already going to hit. Now we have James Cook, and this is my play of the day on chalkboard here, under 18.5 rush attempts. Let's just say this is a 50-50 coin flip, and this is exactly what I talked about yesterday, guys. Let's just say this is 50-50. Heads or tails, does James Cook get over 18.5 rush attempts or not? Maybe yes, maybe no. Let's just say it's straight up 50-50. You're getting a 3.25x or 3.24x for a 50-50 shot. So in other words, you're getting more than 3x your money for a just coin flip. If anyone on the street comes up to you and says, hey, I'll flip a coin. If you win, I'll give you 3.24x your money. You should take that bet a billion times in a row, like as many times as possible. You want to take that bet in a row, and you would have an infinite money glitch pretty much in that case, because you could just print money, right? It's completely EV positive whenever you have that amount of bets over that large of a span, right? So you will make money doing this. Now, the reason why you can't obviously make infinite money on Chalkboard is they're not going to let you bet, hundreds of dollars on a discount like this, and also there's only one of them a day, all right? So again, it is free money though that you're leaving on a table. Pretty much every single day, someone is saying, hey, I'll pay you 3x for a coin flip. Would you do it? Of course you want to do that. So every single day, get on the Chalkboard, guys. They've now done this, I think 3 or 4 days in a row, actually 4 days in a row, where they've gotten a 0.5 discount. Okay. So if you're frustrated with some of the tacos on Taco Tuesday, I know I am. They have gone 1 of 3 the past 2 weeks in a row. Chalkboard, obviously, every single day has hit their discount because it's just a guy needing to get 1 point or 1 yard. So it's the easiest thing ever to hit. Okay. It's a completely free pick, and go ahead and get Chalkboard. If you do not have it, you can text me Chalkboard to my number on the screen. All right. So 2 apps so far that I promoted have been Onyx Odds. You get a free $100. And then Chalkboard, if you every single day for the past 4 days, they've given out 0.5 free points. All right. So I know I talk about these apps. I know I can be annoying promoting these apps and stuff, but I'm telling you guys, you can be so easily profitable just getting some of these apps and downloading them and just being consistent and being disciplined, taking the different promos that they give you, and it's free money. Okay. So it'd honestly be a disservice for me not to tell you to get something like Chalkboard and just take a free discount every single day that they hand you. Third pick of the day, guys, is going to be on Prize Picks, and this is going to be our Prize Picks 3-man of the day. All right, guys. And we do have the Indiana guys to go under, and then we have Kyle Manungai to go under rush attempts as well here. So first and foremost, guys, as I talked about in the beginning of the video, I'm taking Mendoza under. I'm taking Charlie Becker under. Again, you have a quarterback going under. You have Charlie Becker, the receiver, to go under as well. Charlie Becker, in the Indiana receivers, there's like 3 of them that are pretty solid. So it's really hard to decide which guy's going to go under, which guy's going to go over. Again, it's less about that and more about if Fernando Mendoza does not do very good passing the ball. And I'm not saying that Indiana might not win in that first half. They could definitely be up in the first half because they could get a pick 6. They could run the ball really well. Fernando can also use his legs. And again, if Fernando Mendoza is throwing for under, let's just say 75 yards or 80 yards in this first half, then it's unlikely that Charlie Becker is going to get over 21, 22 yards in this game, okay? In this first half at least, okay? So again, you have college football 1H, which means college football first half. It's literally just, do they have this amount of yards by halftime pretty much. So again, very, very correlated together. You have a quarterback under, you have a receiver under. If you guys really want, you could take the overs too. I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. If you really think that Indiana is going to come out swinging, come out and throwing the ball, that's not normally what they do. Like I said, they normally play a very consistent, kind of conservative type of offense where they'll run the ball, they'll do QB draws, they'll do a lot of running, a lot of quick passes, and then sometimes they will shoot it down the field, okay? So this is going to be that first part, and then Kyle Manungai under 10.5 rush attempts in that game. Really solid pick as well. Again, going to go ahead and end it here, guys. Like, comment, subscribe for that signed Nico Collins jersey. Let's try to get this video to 50 likes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.